Hello well-wishers and welcome back to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss the line-by-line meaning and explanation of Act 2, Scene 2 of Julius Caesar, a famous play by William Shakespeare. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. So Act 2, Scene 2 takes place in a room in Julius Caesar's house. The scene begins when there's thunder and lightning. Now remember, whenever there is thunder and lightning, it shows that there's something that's going to happen that will be of a supernatural nature, or it announces some kind of danger, some kind of trouble which is brewing. So Caesar over here begins by saying that what kind of a weather is it today at night? The heaven, the earth, nothing is peaceful tonight, and Calpurnia, my wife, has cried in sleep 3 times for help because she has seen a dream of me being murdered. They are murdering Caesar. And then there's a knock and the servant of Julius Caesar enters, and then what does he say? My lord. Caesar says, go bid the priests to present sacrifice and bring me their opinions of success. That is, he's telling his servant to go and tell the priests to offer some animals for sacrifice, to do some kind of worship rituals so that any kind of danger can be avoided. And then the servant agrees to it and he exits. At this time, Calpurnia enters and she tells Caesar that what are you doing? Why are you roaming about here? Are you willing to go out? I'm not going to let you go out of the house today at any cost. To this, Caesar says that I will go out no matter what, and whatever you think is going to be a kind of a trouble, whatever is going to obstruct my way, let that things trouble me behind my back, because I will not go out of the house. I am going to definitely go out, and whoever wants to trouble me, as soon as they see my face, they are going to disappear. To this, Calpurnia says that in the past she has never believed in omens or any kind of prophecies and predictions about the future, but this time she is feeling very scared because she has seen dreadful sights at night. What has she seen? She's seen a lioness giving birth to the young ones in the street. Graves have opened suddenly and the dead people are coming out. There are warriors with fire who have been seen fighting in the streets. And not just that, there is a kind of a battle that she has seen as a kind of a vision happening in the capital. Besides, the noise of the battle has rushed through the air. She saw or heard the neighing of the horses. Men who have already died were heard groaning. That is, all kinds of ghosts and specters are out in the night, and she has been hearing strange screaming and shouting in the night. And then she says that these are things which are not real, which have never seen before, and therefore there is cause enough for Caesar to not step out of the house. At this time, Caesar says that what can be avoided, whose end is purposed by the mighty gods. That is, if something has already been decided that it will happen by the will of God, you and I cannot change it. Yet, I will go by the predictions just as anyone else in the world would go by. These are all general predictions and I don't think they are going to affect me in any way. To this, Calpurnia says that when beggars die, there are no comets which are there in the sky that proclaim that heavens show by mighty signs the death of princes. That is, it is only when the princes die that you will see a lot of pomp and glory and a kind of a celebration to mark the end of the life of a prince. But if a beggar or an ordinary person dies, you are not going to see any kind of person being affected by it, because a beggar is an ordinary person. To this, Caesar says cowards die many a times before their death. That is, a person who is scared. Even before he steps out of the house, there are going to be many times out of the fear of stepping out, he will already have died endless number of times. But I, being a courageous person, am going to step out of the house and not be scared of death, because death is something which is a certain thing that is going to bring an end to. It's something that will affect each and every person's life. But because of the fear of death, I cannot stop doing my daily activities. That is the same thing for people like you and I. We cannot stop doing our daily work just because we know that we are going to die someday, and that is why I will not earn money or I will not study. That is not a solution, and that is the practical approach that Caesar is adopting over here as well. Caesar just before this asks the servant that what is the further prediction that has been made by the priests. So the servant over here says that the priests have predicted while they were taking out the intestines of the animals whom they were offering as sacrifice, they could not find the heart of a particular animal within the beast. Caesar says that gods have done this to show that people who are scared, who are cowards, they should be shameful, because you should always have a lot of courage in your heart. Caesar says that he would also be a coward if he does not go out of the house today, so he would not want to be a beast without a heart. Instead, he says that dangerous men know that I am more dangerous to them, I can cause them more danger. So anyone who tries to do any kind of wrong to me will automatically face it, because danger and I are like two lions born on the same day. That is the comparison he's making, and he says that I am not, and I am more terrible, I am fiercer than the other lion who was born as courageous as me on the same day, and therefore he says I am going to go out and Caesar shall go forth. Calpurnia to this says, alas my lord, your wisdom is consumed by confidence. She's saying that your overconfidence is, overpowering your thinking capacity. I am requesting you, I am seeing strange omens and fears, and I do not want you to go out at any cost. Instead, we will be sending Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he will go and convince others that you are not going to be going over there today. Then she, falls on her knees and begs to Caesar to not step out. So Caesar likes the idea of Calpurnia, and he says that yes, Mark Antony will go and say to the senators that I'm not going to be coming today and I'm going to stay at home. And then he lifts her up because Calpurnia had been kneeling down. At this time, Decius enters and greets Brutus. So Decius then says, Caesar, all hail, good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house. Remember in Act 2, Scene 1, we saw Decius had come in and said that I'm going to convince Caesar to come to the Senate house no matter what. So he has come over here to convince Caesar to go to the Senate house. So Caesar says that you are come here and I'm very happy to see you today. You are going to bear my message to the senators, telling them that I will not be coming today. Cannot is false, and that I dare not fall, sir, but I am not going to come today, and that is my final word. Go and convey it to the senators. Calpurnia says that you can also add that he is sick and that is why he will not be coming today. Now Caesar does not like the idea of sending a false narrative to the senators, and he says that shall Caesar send a lie? I do not want to lie. Just go and tell them that I do not want to come to the Senate house today. Decius says that okay, I'm going to go and convey the message to the senators, but at least tell me what is the cause behind you not going to the Senate house, because remember, he is not genuinely wanting to know what is the reason. His intention is another one. His intention is that he wants to know the cause so that he can brainwash Caesar and convince him to go to the Senate house so that they can carry out the assassination of Caesar. So Caesar says the cause is in my will. I do not wish to go, and at the same time my wife has requested me by falling on her knees that she has had strange dreams tonight where she saw my statue, and from my statue there was a fountain of blood which was flowing out of my body. That is, someone had killed me, and because of these kind of evil omens and strange dreams that Calpurnia saw, she's scared, and out of that fear and love for me, she does not want me to go out of the home today. Now see, here is the place where I was telling you, Decius indeed has wrong intentions. He says that the dream that Calpurnia had was interpreted wrongly by her because it is actually a very favorable dream. By seeing your statue which was giving out blood from various pipes, it means that the Romans were very happy. They were smiling, signifying that you are the ruler of Rome, you are the ultimate ruler of Rome, and you are going to bring new life and blood to Rome, and great men shall press their handkerchief. They will stain their handkerchief in your blood, and they are going to cherish and be part of the honor that you are going to bring to Rome today. That is the intention of Decius. He is trying to interpret it in his own way so that he can convince Caesar to go to the Senate house. Caesar to this says, and this way he have you well expounded it. He says that exactly that is the correct way in which you have explained and interpreted the dream. Now at this time, Decius further adds to see that he has already been able to convince Caesar successfully. He further adds that the Senate has decided that they will be offering you the crown today. Already you have in the past denied the crown 3 times, and today also if you do not present yourself at the Senate house, the people there is a high possibility going to mock you by saying, dismiss the Senate till another time when Caesar's wife shall have better dreams. That is the kind of way in which they are going to joke about it, that when Calpurnia has a better dream, when she's not having wrong dreams, that is when Caesar will step out of the house. And then what is the other thing they will say? If Caesar hides, will they not whisper, see, Caesar is afraid, forgive me Caesar, because these are not the ways in which I should be talking to you, but this is what I feel the Senate is going to think if you do not present yourself over there today. They are going to mock at you and they are going to say that Caesar is a coward, he is afraid. So he is actually trying to prick the ego of Caesar so that he steps out. Caesar says, how foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. That is, I am ashamed that I got convinced by what Calpurnia you had said, but I am now better convinced at what Decius has said. Therefore he says, give me my robe and I am going to go at once. At this time, all the people who are the conspirators against Julius Caesar, they all enter. And Caesar says, and look where Publius has come to fetch me. Publius wishes good morning to Caesar, and Caesar again wishes each of them good morning, asking Brutus that you've already woken up too early, stirred so early too. And then he's, astonished that how have all of them woken up too early. And he says, Caesar was never so much your enemy as the same ague which hath made you lean. What 2 o'clock is it? Like, what time is it? Brutus says that it is 8 o'clock now and we should all go to the Senate house. At this time, Caesar says, I thank you all for the pain and courtesy you have taken to come and greet me good morning. And then Antony enters and he says that Mark Antony, who generally, sleeps till late because he eats late at night and he parties and has fun at night, he has also woken up now and is wishing me good morning. To this Antony says that anything for you, my noble dear Caesar. Caesar to this says that go and tell the people to make the Senate house ready. I am to blame for making the people in the Senate wait. Now Cinna Metellus Tribunus, I want to have an hour's friendly talk with you. Please remember to talk to me personally after we've had the meeting at the Senate house. Tribonius to this says that of course Caesar, I'm going to meet you and we are going to sit and have a nice chat, but aside he is saying what? And so near will I be that your best friends shall wish I had been further. That is how close I'm going to be to you. The other friends of yours, that is all the other conspirators, are only going to wish further that I am further closer to you so that I can carry out the act of killing you. At this time, Caesar further tells that let's go and have some drink and wine, and after that we will straight away from there go like good friends to the Senate house. Brutus aside says that like good friends is not the same thing. You and I are no longer good friends, because here remember that internal conflict. Brutus is still tossing between that thought of honor of Rome on one hand and being a good friend of Caesar. So he's just elaborating on that and they all exit from there. The highlight or the importance of Act 2, Scene 2 is Calpurnia's dream. Her dream is foreshadowing, pre-announcing an important element in the play, that is the assassination of Julius Caesar that is going to take place, but Caesar is not able to take in the warning of Calpurnia and he is soon going to meet with his own doom. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.